All right, today we're going to tear into a modern Bob Dylan classic, Spirit on the Water. It's from his 2006 album, Modern Times. And when you first hear it, it's just this warm, kind of swinging blues tune. But, this is Dylan we're talking about. If you lean in and listen just a little closer, you realize something much, much darker is going on right under the surface.
So the song kicks off with this line, which has this incredible, almost biblical weight to it. Spirit on the water, darkness on the face of the deep. I mean, that's pulled straight from the book of Genesis. So right away, you know this is not your average everyday love song. He's setting this grand, epic stage for whatever is about to happen. And for the first couple of verses, it totally plays the part. It sounds like a classic song about love, about obsession, about desire. But the absolute genius of this track is how it slowly, carefully starts to pull at that thread until the whole thing unravels, revealing this really chilling secret at its core. So today, we're going to peel back all those layers together.
And get this. This isn't some obscure track he forgot about. Dylan has played this song live a staggering 549 times. It is a cornerstone of his modern shows. Which really makes you wonder, right? What is it about this particular story that he feels the need to tell over and over and over again?
Okay, so let's start where the song starts, as what feels like a simple, really heartfelt declaration of love. The narrator, our singer, seems completely and utterly consumed by the woman he's singing about.
He's using all these very traditional blues lines, stuff like, "I can't hardly sleep," and "You're always on my mind." He's building this character that we all recognize, right? The guy who is so head over heels in love that it's basically taken over his whole life. It feels familiar, it feels passionate, and at first it feels totally genuine.
And this line right here, this is the peak of his confidence. It's got so much swagger. It's this playful, almost cocky demand. He's not just asking her to love him back, he's basically saying it's the only thing that makes sense in the world. So at this point, we're deep in the territory of a classic romantic blues song. Or so we think.
But then, just as you're getting comfortable, the whole tone starts to shift. That sweet, devoted feeling begins to fray around the edges, and we get our first real hint that this perfect love story, it might not be so perfect after all. The first cracks are starting to show.
And here it is, the first major crack in the whole foundation. By day, everything's wonderful. You do good. But when night comes, it's a completely different story. You do wrong. All of a sudden, this isn't a simple romance anymore. It's a relationship that's defined by this really stark, unsettling contradiction.
And right after he tells us that, all that confident swagger we just heard, it's completely gone. It's replaced by this desperate, tired plea. Put some sugar in my bowl, I feel like laying down. He sounds absolutely exhausted, just drained by this constant push and pull. The passion is still there, but now it's mixed with this deep, deep fatigue.
And from this point forward, all that classic, romantic language starts to decay. It gets replaced by imagery that's much more strange, even a little macabre. The love song is literally transforming into something else right before our ears.
And what an image this is. I'm pale as a ghost. He doesn't feel alive and vibrant with love anymore. He feels spectral, like he's already gone. That fragile little blossom he's holding just makes him seem even more fragile himself. It's a beautiful line, but wow, is it chilling.
So, all of this brings us to the song's final verse. This is where all those little hints of darkness, all the pain and contradiction, it all finally comes together in one of the single most shocking confessions in Dylan's entire songbook. He starts with the ultimate romantic statement, "I want to be with you in paradise." I mean, that's his dream, his highest goal. It's pure love and longing. And he says it seems so unfair that they can't have this perfect union. But why?
Yeah, what is stopping him? The song has built up this incredibly powerful, all-consuming love, so why is paradise off limits? What's the barrier?
And there it is. With one stunning line, the entire song is turned inside out. I can't go back to paradise no more. I killed a man back there. Suddenly, every single line about obsession, about pain, about being pale as a ghost, it all takes on this new, sinister meaning. This isn't just a heartbroken guy. This is a haunted man, forever locked out of grace because of a violent past.
So, what do you do with a song after a confession like that? How can it possibly resolve itself?
Well, this is where Dylan's storytelling genius really kicks into high gear.
You might expect the song to just fade out in quiet remorse, right? But it doesn't. In a really jarring twist, immediately after admitting to murder, the narrator's tone shifts one last time, not to guilt, but to this raw, bluesy defiance.
I mean, can you believe the audacity? He drops that bombshell, and then his very next words are this. You think I'm over the hill, you think I'm past my prime. Let me see what you got. It's an aggressive, taunting challenge. He completely ignores the moral weight of what he just said and pivots right back to carnal desire. It is an absolutely stunning way to end the story.
So when you look at the song's journey, it's pretty incredible. It masterfully guides us from what seems like simple devotion, through the messy contradictions of a relationship, down into a dark confession, and then it just yanks us right back out with this final act of pure, unrepentant defiance.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? Is Spirit on the Water a twisted love song from a guilty man who's just looking for some kind of connection? Or is it something way more chilling? A warning disguised as a romance, a portrait of a dangerous man who uses the language of love to hide the darkness inside. You know, in Dylan's world, it can probably be both at the exact same time.